Friends, we here at Sacred Heart, we've got an amazing opportunity coming up on Giving Tuesday for We Give Catholic. That one of the things that we want to do here at this parish is we want to update this lower hall space, McMahon Hall. You know, as Catholics, we really believe that spaces matter, like stuff matters. That when you come into a space, it should feel beautiful and warm and welcoming, and it should have all the touches of home, right? This parish is our home, and over the years, this space has really been run down. What we want to do is we want to update it, both cosmetically and technologically, in order to make it a vibrant space that can host all sorts of events, both parish events and diocesan events. This is a space that can get utilized to bring people to Jesus. What we're asking for is that if every family in the parish gave $100, or whatever you can give, we would far exceed our goal of being able to update this space and make it beautiful, to make it welcoming, to make it the kind of space that we're proud of, a kind of space that we could really utilize to proclaim the gospel, to bring people together, and to build community here at Sacred Heart.
Hi, my name's Pat McNeil. I've been a parishioner here at Sacred Heart for 46 years. Our family, kids, grandkids, they're all still parishioners here at Sacred Heart. And about 20 years ago, we totally remodeled this whole lower level. After 20 years, it's in great need of updating. For the most part, it's holding up fairly decent, but it becomes a domino effect when you do stuff like this. For instance, the wall covering is all commercial wall covering, which is really nice, but this particular wall, there is some leaks behind there that we have been holding off on addressing because we didn't have enough wall covering left to do the patchwork. The carpet is all solution dyed nylon. However, number one, it's dated as far as the colors go. And if you're doing all the walls and ceilings and everything else, you're going to have to do the carpet because it's eventually going to have to go within 2 or 3 years after that. So we would like to replace all the carpet, replace all the vinyl wall covering. Back then, 20 years ago, we put in parabolic light fixtures because that was the thing. However, today with the new LED light fixtures, it's going to be so much better as far as lighting down here, because parabolics only give down lighting, and so the lighting will be much improved if we use LED 2x4s. There's going to have to be a little bit of work done to the ceiling in the fact that it's sagging in some areas, but that's just upkeep, so that's not going to be a problem at all. As we go over here, we'll probably let the trim and everything stay. However, these columns that we put in just for aesthetics, we'd like to stain and refinish those to make them look brand new when they're done. This is all vinyl plank flooring. This is like second generation vinyl plank flooring, and today we're putting in probably 12 or 15 year generation vinyl plank flooring. So it's going to be updated. It won't have to be sealed in wax like this is. So this is an extreme update. We have some floor damage down here that is going to have to be repaired before the new floor goes in. So again, this is the time to do it. Over here at the stage, it gets an awful lot of abuse with the kids using it and youth group and everybody else that uses it. So as you can see, the trim is getting kind of worn and needs to be refinished. As you can see, we did lighting for the stage, but we used these cans and these spotlights, which are totally outdated. So we would like to do that, clean those up. So this is the Andy's room, and when we did this 20 years ago, we did change up the colors because a lot of the funeral meals are done in this room. We've also got the cabinets there that people come in and get their dishes after the funeral. So again, we'd probably like to keep that, but maybe put a new top on it, change some colors. But again, in here, we would like to change all the vinyl wall covering, change out the light fixtures, change out the carpeting, and but as far as the structure and everything in this room, it's all holding good. We put all new glass block windows in, and they're in good shape, and the windowsills, so that's all good. So I doubt we'd have to do anything other than aesthetics in this room. Okay, so for budget reasons, this is the Connery room. We held off on this about 20 years ago, so I think probably about 15 years ago, we basically came in here, left all the concrete block walls. We added some storage along that wall and left the concrete walls here. Would be nice if we could maybe finish them off with drywall and vinyl wall covering. And then probably change out the floor, which is just 12 by 12 tile that has to be sealed and waxed all the time. So if we switch this out to carpet, we would have better acoustic value and it would look a lot nicer. We'd probably like to change out the whole ceiling in here. As you can see, it's starting to buckle a little bit on the pads and everything. So it just really needs switched out to, instead of 2x4, a 2x2 pad, so that we don't have that kind of damage down the road.
Hi, I'm Vince. I'm a parishioner here at Sacred Heart. I was involved in the technology improvements down here in McMahon Hall and in the two wings about 20 years ago. And we're looking at doing some upgrades because a lot of the equipment is really old and no longer supports the current technologies available. This is one of the racks that's in the basement here, and this rack has a lot of audio equipment and some video equipment in it, much of which is not working properly. The amplifiers and speakers are in pretty good condition. The wireless systems are out of date. We've got a digital signal processor which is failing, and we've got wireless mics that need replaced, as I mentioned. We would like to update some of this stuff so that it conforms to today's HD technology. We've got 3 projectors down here. None of them are HD and need to be upgraded, so we're looking for improvements there. All the video cabling is 20 years old and doesn't support HD either, so we've got a little bit of infrastructure work to change there. The other thing that we'd really like to do is update all the infrastructure wiring for HD that doesn't exist currently or only exists in a patched sort of format, so the 3 rooms need updates for that as well. In the last 20 years, a lot of things have changed in technology. This room is being used differently than it ever has before. We've got a lot of school activities, we've got a lot of parish activities. We're even streaming now out of McMahon Hall. The system doesn't support that very efficiently, requiring lengthy setup times for RCIA and other events that occur downstairs. So we're really looking to update so that we can stream like we do upstairs in the main church. We've got a multi-camera system up there. It's all remotely controllable using computers and joysticks and things like that, making that system very, very efficient in bringing God's Word to the people at home at their computers. We'd really like to make some changes in McMahon Hall to improve and equal the systems that are upstairs in the main church.